Hey all, Chris Bassett here. I'll be doing a solo guide for Metamorphosis, the legendary Lost Sector. Let's get into it. Metamorphosis is found on Savathun's throne world. If you're having trouble finding it, there's could be a few reasons. You have to be at least 1500 light. It won't show up on your map if you're not. You have to have at least done the regular Lost Sector before the legendary version will show up. And it has to be that day that the Lost Sector is legendary. All the legendary Lost Sectors are like on a rotation by days. I'll put a link in the description to a website that shows the dates and the days that the Lost Sectors are available. Anytime I do challenging content, I use Night Stalker. The Marksman's Dodge, where you can go invisible and reload your weapon, is just way too good. Plus, invisibility is such a great utility for survival. And then the Shadow Shot Tether is one of the most damaging supers in the game right now. As for my Echo Fragments that I've been using Remnants for increased grenade duration, Undermining to make my grenades weaken enemies, Persistence, which allows my invisibility to last longer, and then Obscurity, where finisher final blows grant invisibility. So before I start doing the Lost Sector, I'm going to go over my gear setup for difficult, challenging content. I like using the Wormhusk Crown as my exotic because it gives me an increase to survivability because it gives me health and shields when I dodge. It's good for PvE and PvP. I also put on Rocket Ammo Finder since I'm using a rocket launcher. This Lost Sector has Unstoppable and Overload champions, so you'll need to throw on an Unstoppable mod and an Overload mod. That gives you 4 weapons to choose from: Pulse Rifle, Auto Rifle, SMG, and Hand Cannon. The Syncopation Pulse Rifle is sold by the gunsmith, so it's an easy pickup. Hardlight is one of my favorite exotic auto rifles because you can switch between different elements to deal with shields. And since your equipment is locked, it's really handy. Hothead is a good rocket launcher because it's arc burn, and I can shoot 2 rockets with clown cartridge before I have to reload. And since it is arc burn, I'd definitely throw in some arc damage resist into your body armor. Double utility kickstart on your class item will definitely help you get your dodge back that much quicker. Alright, I'm going to take my Sparrow over to the Lost Sector to show you where it's at. I'm going to go over a couple other items that you can use that are beneficial for this particular Lost Sector. If you have access to Wardrift Coil, that's definitely a great rocket launcher. Risk Runner is one of the best submachine guns in the game, and everybody has access to it. It does arc damage and also helps prevent arc damage to you. Sunshot is a great hand cannon for solar damage. There is only one enemy with a solar shield in this, so you don't really need to have a solar weapon, but it can be handy. I don't personally have Ariana's Vow, but I do see a lot of people that run endgame content use that hand cannon. Crisis Inverted is a world drop. It's an arc hand cannon that's Omelon, and it can roll with some pretty disgusting perks. The Ogma is a pulse rifle that's a world drop, and it has solar damage. So here's the location of the Lost Sector. If you've never done it before, just head in that cave and then complete it normally. Then you should be able to come back out and do it on Legendary. A lot of the modifiers rotate, as do what the armor items that drop from the Legendary Lost Sectors. So this week I want to be trying to farm a headpiece, and one tip to remember is that if you go to your Ghost, you can actually slot in a mod for your Ghost that allows you to focus on one specific stat to drop armor. So you have like, I've been focusing on recovery, and it's a guaranteed 10 or more recovery when I get an armor. You also have discipline, intellect, strength, whatever build you're looking for. So slot that in because your equipment's locked before you start the Lost Sector. Alright, so let's fire it up. We'll get going. So after you spawn in the first area, just down the tunnel, there's 2 captains that you need to deal with. So try to use your burn weapon as much as possible, which is arc. So I switched over hard light to arc damage. And then you're going to stun that captain that's right in front of you and shoot him with a rocket. I dodge, reload, and then hit him with another rocket, and he's done. A lot of the scorned enemies use solar as their weapons, so make sure you either protect yourself against solar or stay out of the way. Some of these other scorned enemies have ice damage, which can slow and freeze you, and then the captains throw out turrets, which if it's a arc turret, it can cause a lot of damage since it's arc burn. So same strategy as before, stun the captain with the auto rifle and then hit him with a rocket. It would also work if you had an SMG to shoot him with like Risk Runner or one of your SMGs to stun him. So the big thing to take note is that you need some burst damage to take him down real quick. So whether you're using a rocket, linear fusion rifle, or even like the arc sword that has like a ranged projectile can kill him pretty quick. So just doing a little ad cleanup, and then on the other side is that only solar shield captain in this legendary Lost Sector. If you don't have a solar weapon, don't worry, you can take him down, throw a grenade at his face, and then just keep shooting with your arc damage, and you'll eventually kill him. But if you do have a solar weapon, it just makes that much easier of a job for you to kill him. If I know there's only one enemy left, or it's a really difficult enemy, I try to do the finisher move on him. That way I turn invisible, and then I like it when a heavy ammo brick drops, and it seems to happen quite often if I do that finishing move. So there's 3 crystals up here. Take them out to remove the invulnerability shield from the knight. And then he has an arc shield, so take him down. Watch out for the snipers. And there you go. So there's a sniper here and then a little bit further down. You could also put on the sniper resist on your chest armor to help negate that one shot. But I'll just be mindful next time and then shoot him in the face before he shoots me. So clean up the rest of the enemies and then head down the path to the right side to go to the next area. When you get further down, there's like some stuff blocking the way forward, so just shoot it. But before you drop down, kind of hang out up here for a minute and then look to see if you can get the captain to kind of come towards your line of sight. If you do drop down, there's those blue exploder shriek things, and they do arc damage, so they'll kill you pretty quick. And there's the captain right there, so I'll stun him and then rocket him from the safety from up here. And then once stuff is dead, you can go ahead and hop down. As you proceed forward, switch over to your unstoppable weapon, whether if that's a pulse rifle or a hand cannon, because this boss guy is going to need to get stunned. He's using that rock as cover, so you can kind of squeeze in a head glitch and then pop him in the face with a rocket. Watch out for those screamers or whatever they are, because yeah, they blow up, do arc damage to you. Can be deadly. Hey, completed a bounty. Pretty easy to work in some extra XP while I'm doing this. Once he's dead, go ahead and keep moving forward. You'll run into the next invincible barrier knight, which there's 3 crystals in the room. You can kind of head glitch, jump around, and see all 3 crystals. Take those down, and then you'll be able to kill the knight. I think he has a arc shield. So I think the crystals do spawn in random locations each time you enter. It's not a fixed location, so you kind of have to look around for them. One nice thing about Hunter is you can go invisible and then kind of search for the crystals before you actually get yourself into trouble. And it looks like the 3rd crystal's up on that ledge to the right. So I'll go invisible and then jump up there, shoot it, and then deal with the knight. He does deal arc damage, so, retreat back to cover if you're feeling like you're in danger. And then watch out as you do kill stuff, the electric moth or whatever will show up, and that's an arc grenade, so that will kill you. And then I'm kind of taking my time because I've only got 1 rocket left, and I want to save that for the final boss. So I'm going to see if I can't kill him with a grenade and then just regular arc fire from my auto rifle. So here's the final room to the boss. There is 1 unstoppable champion you'll need to deal with, so you can switch to your hand cannon pulse rifle, take him out first. And then there are ads that like to jump and swing those flaming, whatever they are, lanterns at you. But in order to deal damage to the boss, you need to shoot the 3 crystals, blow those up, and then you have a 9-second window to put damage on the boss. I definitely focus down the unstoppable champion first, since his hand lightning will kill you pretty quick, just like that. And when you do respawn, you respawn up top, so that's nice that you can kind of plan before what you're going to do before you jump back down into the hole. So I'd make sure your super's full before you drop down and fight the boss. You do have 15 minutes before the Lost Sector's over, so time it out, and then you can, zerg him down with a couple rockets and a super. So it is nice to kill the Unstoppable from up here in the safety before you drop down. But yeah, just deal with the ads, shoot the 3 crystals, and then nuke the boss. So whatever class you're playing, just put on a damaging super, and you should be able to one-shot him basically with your super. I did hit him with a rocket and then double tether, and he's basically dead. And then the chest is in the back of the room. Good luck to everybody getting the exotic armors that you want. I think I got a Celestial Nighthawk, which isn't what I'm looking for, but I'm going to keep trying. Hey, check out this other video right here. Links are in the description to save some cash, so check those out. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If this was helpful, hit the like button. Thanks.